Hello, children. How are you all? I hope you all are absolutely fine. So, now that you all have given your UT1 exams and most of you have performed very well, so that means you people are studying very well at home. So, today in EVS, we will start a new lesson, which is lesson 6 from your book, and the name of the lesson is Natural Calamity. So, what is a natural calamity? A natural calamity is an event that occurs naturally and it is not in control of human beings. It is actually a sudden change in the surroundings which causes damage to human beings and human property. So, it is an event which occurs naturally. There is no one who is doing it. It is by nature. It is a damage by nature. So, for example, natural calamities are flood, drought, earthquake, tsunami. So, now we will be discussing all the natural calamities in detail. So, here see what I have written. A natural calamity or disaster is a major adverse event from natural processes of the earth. So, these processes are natural, it comes from the earth. No one is responsible for it. Obviously, human beings are responsible for natural calamities, but directly they are not responsible. Indirectly, they are responsible. For example, flood, earthquake, drought, tsunamis, and other geologic processes. Now, we see drought. You can see in the picture that the land is extremely dry. Now, what has led to this dryness? This is the condition of a drought. When a particular area does not receive rainfall for a long period of time, leading to scarcity of water due to hot weather, it is said that the area is affected by drought. So, what does drought mean? In Hindi, you can say sukha. The land is absolutely dry over the years and no crops are grown. Even if the crops are grown, they dry up or they are damaged due to the scorching heat of the sun. And since there is no rainfall, the plants don't grow well. So this condition is called drought. So what are the causes of drought? If the area is located too far away from natural sources of water, like river, sea, then the monsoon winds get weak by the time they reach that area, due to which there is no or little rainfall. So you can see this kind of condition in Rajasthan, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh. So Rajasthan, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh, you can see in the map of India that they don't share any water bodies. They are not near to any ocean. They are much away from it, due to which the moisture laden winds, they don't reach these places on time. That is why these areas suffer from drought and they receive very little rainfall during monsoon season. This is one of the reason of drought, location of a place. Now another cause of drought is deforestation, which means cutting of trees. Okay, so you all know that deforestation means cutting of trees. So what happens when we cut lot of trees? Excessive deforestation, there are no trees, so there is scarcity of rainfall in that area. Now what are the effects of drought? All the ponds, lakes and rivers dry up. There is no drinking water for animal or human beings. Crops also die because there is no rainfall. No new crops can be grown because the soil becomes absolutely dry, and during this situation, the farmers suffer a lot. So, here see what I've written. Drought is a continuous period of dry weather when an area gets less than its normal amount of rain over the months of years. Drought can become dangerous to people and other land animals, causing famine. Okay, now tsunami. A tsunami is a series of waves in water bodies caused by displacement of large volume of water, generally in an ocean or lake. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and underwater explosion above or below water all have the potential to generate tsunami. So what is tsunami actually? Tsunami is actually earthquake or an explosion which occurs on the ocean bed. So above there is water, and the below the ocean, down when you go, it is land. So when earthquake or say an explosion happens in the ocean bed, the ocean water comes to land, which causes destruction to life and property. So, tsunamis are high waves caused by sudden movement on the bed of the ocean due to earthquakes. The waves travel in all directions, which causes a lot of damage to property and life. Now, some areas near the Pacific Ocean, they are diversely affected by tsunami, and these areas are very prone to tsunamis. In India, tsunami occurred in the year 2004, and in 2011 tsunami struck Japan because of an earthquake. So tsunami generally affects the places which are near to ocean. Okay, and it causes huge damage to life and property. Now we move on to flood. You can see the situation in the picture. This is the situation of flood. Now, during heavy rains, when water starts to overflow and submerges the surrounding areas, it is said that flood has occurred. So one of the reason of flood is heavy rain. And due to the need and greed of human beings, they are cutting trees, which leads to deforestation. Due to deforestation, what happens? There is a rise in temperature, there are no trees, there is rise in temperature, and due to rise in temperature, the snow in the snow capped mountains, they start melting, and these water come down to join the river, and the level of water in the river, it rises, which leads to flood. Flood also occur when the water level in the dam is higher than the danger mark and a leak develops in the dam. These cause a lot of damage to life and property and crops. So what happens during flood? There is water logging in the streets, and sometimes the water goes inside the house, and it creates a huge loss to human life and property. You can see in the picture how the water has surrounded the houses and all. Okay, and these water they can give rise to many diseases like malaria, dengue, cholera. Okay, so these are the causes of flood. So as human beings, it is said that they should not cut trees. Okay, so what are the precautions you should take during flood? You should keep listening to radio, because during flood You cannot touch electrical appliances or any switchboard and all, because you can get an electric shock. So you cannot switch on your TV, but you can listen to radio, because that the radio doesn't run on electricity. So you can listen to radio for information by the government. So if the flood water has entered your house, first of all, what you will do is you should switch off your electricity meter, so that there is no short circuit in the house. Now what you can do is keep flashlight, candles and matchboxes handy, because there is no light, so you have to keep something with you now. Store adequate amount of dry food items, medicine and clean drinking water. And if there is flood in your area, move to safe place and don't swim in that flood water, because that water is very dirty. And how can we control flood? Planting more and more trees. Okay, this is one of the measure to avoid flood. Not allowing construction of houses near river banks, okay, and construction of dams. So these are the ways through which we can control flood. Now we move on to another natural calamity, which is the earthquake. So what is earthquake? An earthquake is the shaking of the surface of the earth. They are caused by the sudden movement of the earth's tectonic plates. So inside the earth, the core of the earth, when you go to higher classes, you will learn about the core, Sial, Sima. These are the interior of the earth, and they are made up of tectonic plates. The sudden release of tension in the tectonic plates send waves of energy that travel through the earth. Now these waves of energy leads to earthquake. So disturbances deep inside the earth's surface that causes sudden shaking of the surface is called an earthquake. So earthquake can occur due to some reasons, and the reasons are when tectonic plates collide with each other, they cause trembling in the surface of the earth. Now nuclear bombing and volcanic eruption also contributes to the shaking of the ground. So these are the reasons of earthquake. Now there are some places in the world which are very prone to earthquake. One such place is Japan. Okay, so Japan is very prone to earthquake. It has occurred several times in Japan. And in Japan, right from childhood, those small children, they are given training how to behave during an earthquake, what should they do during an earthquake. So if there is an earthquake, what will you do? First of all, you will move to an open area. You should not stand under a tree or near a building. Move to an open area so that nothing falls on you. Suppose you are not able to move out of the house, you are in the house only, then how will you protect yourself? You will take shelter under a table. Remember, in such a situation, you have to save your head. So, as I have told you that Japan is a place which is very prone to earthquake, their children right from early age, they are given training how to protect themselves during an earthquake. So they are given training right from childhood, because in places like Japan, earthquake is a very natural phenomena and it can come anytime. So whenever there is an earthquake, first of all, don't panic. Second of all, you will move to an open area like parks and all, and you should not stand near tall buildings or trees. And thirdly, you should stay away from glass windows and doors. And if you are not able to move out, take shelter under a table or stand near the corner of the room. Okay, so I will give you some more information about earthquake. The magnitude of earthquake is measured on a Richter scale, and the intensity of earthquake is measured by seismograph. So these are the few natural calamities which I have discussed. It is really very terrifying. I hope no such calamity occurs in India or anywhere. Okay, so this was all about natural calamities. So take care and have a good day.